Oh, no, no, no. Hi, Deanne. How are you? Let me know if you can hear me. Computer was all shut off from, I think, a power outage or something. I hadn't had it on. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh, thanks, Floyd. Floyd's on my computer. So it must have just been whatever. All right, guys. Tonight we're going to make some firecrackers. Floyd was nice enough to cut my dowel rods up for me yesterday. So come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Miss Tracy. How are you? So these are just dowel rods. This was, I think, 1.25 inches. And this was like 5/8. We cut some 4, 5, and 6 inches. And then these are 4 inches. And then I had some scrap. These are actually oopses from one of Floyd's projects, his lanterns. But, you know, one man's junk is another person's treasure. So we're going to use these two for some square firecrackers. So we're going to make some bowl fillers or just, you know, something to put in, you know, decorate your mantle. If you have like a little vignette, cheer tray, whatever it is that you want to do. So these I started painting. Oh, and I drilled a hole in the end. Let's see how big a hole. These are, if I can see it. Oh, it's the one that's missing in my kit. So these are 7/64. You know, that's just such a common size. But that is a good size for the wire that I use. It's actually electrical wire, but I use it to craft with. The only thing about the electrical wire is that you have to wipe it off because it does have like this grease on it to keep it from rusting. I did a little bit bigger one in those. You can also use jute. You use jute twine to put in there. You can have a flimsy wick. I can see some where they actually burnt the rope to put in there. So and I'm going to try sitting tonight. I know I normally stand. I had some injections, but they haven't helped yet. So that's a bad deal. Anyway, so I don't have plain white. I just have ivory. So, but we'll use the ivory. So, I just painted these because we're going to decoupage them with some Mod Podge. So if you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling me out, I'd appreciate it. Let me know where you're watching from. So you can do it with napkins. You can just do paint. I've got fabric here. This is one of my favorite homespun fabrics. I'm doing a letter manual on YouTube. I'm not sure what you're asking. So this is like one of my favorite homespuns. It's got the navy and the red in it, and I love using it for patriotic. So let's take these, and these will be a set. So there'll be like 6, 4, 5, and 6. And oh, I have some napkins here. Haven't opened up these yet. Or maybe I have. Oh, yeah, I have. Let's make sure that nobody lets me leave the backing on it this time. Thank you, Dan. So each little square has its own little flag, so that's cool. let's see how many layers. Sometimes I use glue, sometimes I use tape. Might be a tape night. It depends on how bad they're crimped on the sides. Let's get some tape. It's really good. I should have done this before the live. Watch me struggle though. There we go. So some people save their backing. This one, the print has gone clear through. You can use it to clean up. So it looks like this is just, I think, a 2-ply. Let's put that over there. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I use these little cheap cookie sheets from the Dollar Tree to paint on, because then I can paint it and then I can walk it in the other room. So I want to make sure that I get, see, this will be my top. I want a little bit of the flag and a little bit of the stripes on these. How's the weather down south, Michelle? Are you hot yet? Listen, I'm not going to Texas this year. It's too darn hot down there. Okay. So we're going to take one and figure out where. Now this one, because it's longer, we'll have to just go to the bottom. I'm going to cut most of the stripes off. Because even that's more than what we need. And we'll just roll it around there. You can do it with all kinds of different things. Hi, Giselle. How are you? So we're going to take this and... That is not my Mod Podge. I always try to use an old one. There it is. Ooh. 93? Oh my gosh. Already? Here's one. So we'll start with the Mod Podge. We're going to do it wet. It got to 82 today, but the office I work in now is cold. Cold. The little girl next to me had her heater on. So just make sure that you've got your ends covered. My hole drilled is, I want it at the top. This may be a little bit long. I just want to make sure I didn't cut it too short. But we can just Mod Podge over it. I cannot believe it is June already. It's flying by already. You can keep that hot weather, Michelle. I'll just stay up here in Ohio this year. No traveling this year. If I travel anywhere, it'll be back to Illinois. There we go. So let's get our cookie sheet back out here. And we'll put these back on to dry. Okay, we'll put those back on there. Put that over. this year, well, last year we didn't get much spring, and it went straight to summer, and I think it's going to do the same thing. Oh, I gotta cut my other. We'll go ahead. Anybody got any plans? You going back to Disney, Michelle? So this one is shorter, so I don't have to worry about it as much. We'll sand that off once it dries a little bit off. Yes, I have a trash can underneath me. Right there to dry. Then we have one more. That is the No to Disney, the beach somewhere. Yeah. Hi, Anita. How are you? We're working on some firecrackers here. Little pieces of dowel rod. Sure I get my top right. And I didn't bring up, had to make another batch of Miss Tracy's grunge mixture. So I used it all up. You saw my post, I was baking fabric. I guess I never thought that people wouldn't know what baking fabric meant. We had lots of questions, which is okay. Not everybody does the same thing. I was baking up my circles for the top of my grubby jars. I'm selling quite a few of those. I gotta make some more salt containers. I gotta empty my salt first. Okay, so we're gonna leave those dry for a minute. Okay, and then let's try these. These are like 1 1/4 inch dowel rods that I fully cut. I was thinking when I was going. Thank you. So I have different fabric over here. Oh, I've got these napkins too. Those are cute. Oh. Now, I know it's not stars, but I like that. Could represent the blue. So these aren't very big, so you don't need very much fabric at all. Maybe the top third. So I'm just going to don't want the pinking shears. So I just want a little bit. I do like this fabric. Somebody gave it to me. So it's got that selvage. So if you don't pay attention, the selvage edge, which is the edge of the fabric from the store, it's got these little holes in it, and that's from being on the machine at the manufacturer. So I particularly don't want the little holes. So we're going to cut those off. So we'll do it the same way. Mod Podge, then we'll put the fabric on. I can't see the top of my container. Oh, I did the wrong end. Oh well. I already drilled my hole for my wick. So that's up at the top. We'll just get all gluey. You know me, I can't do nothing clean. Okay. So I'm going to try to make this where I don't have to trim off on the top. So I don't need a whole lot. Of course, I don't cut straight, so I'll try to overlap it too much. There we go. Make sure you pull that pretty tight. You know, fabric, if it doesn't get glued down, well, it won't pucker so much, but it'll gather. So, I think I just flung glue. So that'll be like, it's kind of stars, it's pulled stars. Let's do the top this time. So how you doing with your wreaths, Michelle? I see you setting up and your booth always looks so nice. Hope you're doing well. I still have wreaths over at the shop. I don't know why I did the top. And then if you're sparkly, like, you know, I still like my glitter, you could do these with glitter. Lord knows I have enough. And as much as the cat is driving me nuts, since Shelby moved in with her dad, her kitty didn't go. And she's lonely. We think she's terrorizing things because she's home alone all day. So we've talked about getting her a playmate. I don't want another kitten, but I don't want. Floyd says we should get an older cat because she's about 7-8 months old. So I just need a layer over that, and that'll dry clear. So now let's find some red. Here's our. So what kind of red should we do? Hi, Angela. Hi, Patty. I seen you message me, Angela, and I'm like, now she should have got a notification. So I have red, just red and white. So we could do that. We could do the red and blue. I have a dark red. That look pretty. 1 second over here. I think this one, you just realized, I think this one would be a little busy. Let's do this one. I like that one. I even have like rickrack or something you could put in the middle. I found it's online. You can't buy it online, but maybe you can. It's out at Amishland, a dry goods store, and their homespun is only $5.75 a yard. Now I know Hobby Lobby carries it, and like right now it's on sale, so it's like $4.59, $4.60 a yard. But as far as what they have online, it looks like they have other colors than what like Hobby Lobby. I need to find a yellow. and an orange. I found a green. I actually found it at Walmart. Kind of looks a little Christmassy. I don't know what I think got it. Let's see how much of this we need. Make sure I get enough. You could rip it if you wanted to and have that rattled, you know, with the threads. Homespun does leave a lot of threads, but I love it, especially when you rip it. So let's see how much we need for this one. Don't need that. Ooh, almost cut it too short. Well, my luck, I would. So that's dry enough on the other end, I can hold it. And then if you wanted to, you could paint. Probably should have done that first. And if I'd done it right, listen, one mistake after another. That new puppy's giving her a run for her money. Not like this kitten in ours. Make sure you get the edges down. I'll have a little, just a tiny bit to trim, and then here in a minute I don't know, do you want to paint the top? That's a sore subject, Michelle. I don't know what has happened to this generation. But not all of them think about family. Present family included. This one's a little long. The Cliff Notes version. Oh. Ain't one thing, it's another. Ooh, I almost cut that one short. Woo, doggy. What'd you have to do, Patty? Patty said she was here on time and had to do something. Make sure you get that seam on good. You could even grunge these up if you wanted to. I didn't bring my stuff up tonight. I just made a brand new batch. Okay. Let's give them a little dry. It turned out kind of cute. Now, fabric is really hard to sand. You really need to let that dry. Oh, you had to run out and feed cats. Listen, that little cat of mine, Floyd's, I have a little container of 4-inch zip ties down on the bottom of my cart. She gets them out and she drags them downstairs. I have a little box of cookie cutters, just the plastic cookie cutters. She likes to get them out and carry them downstairs. I've never seen a cat. I think she thinks she's a dog. I think I'm just going to paint that brown. Just a little bit of, like, almost like a stain. Paint myself that over here. I'm just going to put, she wants to help me craft. She gets in my greenery. And she carries it downstairs. She'll carry flowers downstairs. She thinks she's a dog. Now you can do these blue up here. Whatever floats your boat. White, green. This is just some, it's that antique wax, but you know, we all like to use it as a water-based stain or a paint. Yeah, good helper, my butt. Yeah, she carries stuff upstairs for me. The other day I had to lock her out of the room. She wouldn't stay out of stuff. It's about you, like you letting Delaney in your craft room, Angela. How hot is it out there, Angela? Paint and baking soda. I did do some letters. Or I did a word. Makes like puffy paint. I did do that. I did that a while back. Hi, Miss Mary. Really? I'll have to try that. Thank you, Mary. So we're making some little firecrackers. We're going to put a wick on here in just a minute. I always get all this stuff and I know I can't get it all done in, whew, that's hot, 45 minutes. That's okay. You get the idea. Okay, so I took my spool of, yes, I did cut my hair, Mary. I cut it this weekend. It's all nice and cool. So this is 17 gauge electrical wire. Hi, Mary Jo on YouTube. Hi, Terry. You've done that technique. It works great. Yeah, I haven't done it on glass yet, but thank you. I had it cut like this a couple years ago. Actually, it was shorter than it grew out. So she did cut it about the right length I wanted. I started losing a lot of hair lately. So I thought if I, thank you, Patty, if I cut it off short, maybe it wouldn't. So I just have these little curly Q wires. I just ran them around a dowel rod. I already drilled them holes. We're going to put a little bit of glue in that hole. Look at that. It's a firecracker. I can still put it in the ponytail. It's long enough. That's what I told her. I said, don't cut it too short. I can't put it. Oh, I'm going on the big TV. Isn't that cute? You can also use rope. Where's my... So these have the napkin on it. If you weren't here in the beginning, thank you, Mary Jo on YouTube. So I am streaming to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So if you hear me talking to somebody that you don't see, that's who I'm talking to. So these were just napkins. I'm painting them white first. I'm going to put some little, we'll do a jute on these. The cat likes to get into the trash. Like when I throw stuff underneath here, if I always don't get it in there. She brought wax paper down the other day. Like I had red paint on it. I'm like, where is she getting that from? And here, it was behind my trash can I had missed. And so she helped herself down there. Okay, so these have a little bit of hole in there. And I have some little twine. You could use whatever, I wouldn't put too big a hole in here that you, it would compromise the whole dowel rod. And my hole's probably only about 1 inch deep. I had to go have, Floyd got mad at me because I had to go have him get me his drill. I thought my battery was on the charger and it wasn't. So I'm just using the end of that wire to stick that rope down in there. Look at that. It's darn near. Here's the roll. So I bought it at a farm supply store. I think it's 17 gauge. It's pretty thick. You could probably almost make you a bed spring with it. Not quite, but it's really thick. I use it for like hangers on my signs. All that stuff. But it is pretty thick. You could use anything. Got Cricut, the little pokey tool. You're welcome. Make these as long. I seen one lady on Pinterest where she did this and she burnt the end of her jute rope to make it look like it was on fire. It's a little long. She had real long ones. I didn't like them real long. And then you could take this one and this one and this one. I'll probably grunge these up. Just because I can. Now, if you wanted these permanent, you could just go ahead and glue these together. If you just want to keep them in a stack like that. Like I said, I will probably grunge these up a little bit. Get the bow up here on top. Go. Oh, isn't that adorable? You can put these on a little tier tray. You can stand them up, get them all, there we go. Get them all lined up right. Some room here. I really like these. I think these are my favorite so far. Thank you, Michelle. Oh, let's leave this out. So I was going to make one more of these, but I want to show you one more way. So these are just pieces of scrap wood. And I drew one where I drew a square to find the center. Hey, Lori. But you don't have to. Let's see here. So these you could paint. Of course, I won't have time to get quite all of them done. So here's my green one. So I would start with painting it all, you know, your light color. Hi, Mary Lou. Thank you. Of course, you know, when you're trying to paint in a hurry. Those have a hole in the top too. I mean, you could paint them whatever you want. One red, one white, one blue. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Whatever your heart desires. You could even paint them brown instead of the cream, and then do a little red and blue on it. Of course, these are getting done pretty good. Having a little bit of a hot flash tonight. Not gonna lie. I turned on the air conditioner. It wasn't too bad when I come up here, but turn all the lights on, get the glue gun on. I had a steroid injection last week, so I get after effects for a couple weeks. The day after, my face was beet red. Somebody's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So that's a messy paint. Yeah. No. I used to get them that completely knocked me out. Well, you know, the insurance companies know better than the doctors. So now I just get a local. And the whole leg jumped off the table. And I like smacked my hand down. I go, "That one hurt, doc." He's like, "Sorry." Because I get 6 of them all at once. Love you, honey. Talk to you later. I get 6 of them all at once, and he gets to talking to his little techs, and he'll start saying 3, 2, 1, boink for the local anesthetic. But then he gets to talking, and then he doesn't forewarn me. I'm like, Doc, stop talking. He's funny, though. I like him. He's been my back doctor for, 8 or 9 years now. So then you could just take a brush or your finger. And if you want to let these dry and use tape, but where's the fun in that? I'm just putting stripes on this one. Now I'm just going to do the top part. So you can do one with stripes. Of course, you do stripes all the way around. And here's where a little stamp would come in wonderful. I'm not a big stamp person, but I think there are some stamps that I might start getting. Just because if you had stars, you could just stamp the little stars on. Or I think I have stencils somewhere. But you know how that goes. I do have some little itty bitty paintbrushes though. Let's see how we can do this. Well, I was going to try. I bought a little bottle of a different colored red in the chalk paint. Floyd's like, what are you going to do with this? The little bottles, little $2 bottles. He's like, what are you going to do with that? I'm like, I want to see if I like the color. So I like this blue. This is Hello Hobby, the brand that replaced Waverly, and now Waverly's coming back. I can't find this blue anywhere. So I painted a piece of paper and I took it to Lowe's and had them color match the chalk paint that you can tint. That way I have my blue. Good evening, Sharon. So let's see if I can draw some stars because we only got a couple minutes. Don't laugh if I stick my tongue out. Yeah, that's not too bad. Probably could have got a paint marker out and do it all the better. You could draw little stars on there. This one's almost gone. My chalk paint? Yes, this is chalk paint. All the paints that I have used tonight are. I really like chalk paint. I really don't use acrylic paint a whole lot. But you get the idea where you can, yes, chalk. Hey, Busby, how you doing? I'll come back and do these over again just because I'm just doodling tonight. But you get the idea. You can put big ones on there. They don't even have to be, perfect. Big stars. So you can do these as any kind of way you want. You're okay. So make sure that you're watching Craft Around the Clock and that you go join because it's 24/7. If it's not live crafting, it's replays and all kinds of things. There's events on the weekends. It's really a great place to get some inspiration and ideas, and it really is a great community to be a part of. So thanks for coming and hanging out. I think these are my favorite. I like the wire. So I'll make another one. I'll probably make a set of 6 of these and put them in a bowl filler. So those are those. Thanks, Terry. And there's the little set of the 4, 5, and 6 inch. And I will probably take these apart and put some little rub mixture on them. Miss Tracy, if you need the recipe, it's at the top of Miss Tracy Campbell's My Sweet Home Living on Facebook. If you haven't followed me, I'd appreciate it. I'd love to see you guys back again. Stay tuned. If you're not on my page, jump over to Craft Around the Clock and go see the next creator. Have a great night. Bye, guys.